La pintura ha sido robada!
La pintura!
La pintura!
Un momento, ¿cuál pintura?
La Annunciation!
¿Era la horizontal con los angelitos y María a la derecha?
No, es la vertical con los adultos ángeles y María a la izquierda.
Oh, no me gusta esto como mucho. Supongo es terrible todavía.
Did someone call Indiana James?
No, pero mientras estás aquí...
Parlez-vous anglais?
Nuestra pintura ya desapareció. ¿Puedes ayudarnos a encontrarla?
I really should have paid more attention in Spanish 101.
Solo lee los subtítulos.
Oh, the pintura!
Claro que sí!
Ah.
It's a Spanish painting painted by Francisco de Zurbaran called the Annunciation. It was painted for the monastery Nuestra Señora de la Defensión around 1638.
It's an oil on canvas which depicts the Annunciation of Mary. She's surrounded by angels set in the town of Nazareth, depicting a kneeled Blessed Mother.
That could describe any painting in the mid-1600s. I'm gonna need a little more help than that.
I could draw it for you. Do you have oil pastels, a canvas, and 3 years on you?
I was just really upset that Jessica was making this into a lighthearted joke. That painting spoke to me on an emotional level, and I'm just really upset about it.
I honestly didn't even care about the painting until it was gone. Still not sure if I care.
I mean, they were only speaking Spanish in the beginning, right? Why did they start speaking English? Have they always known English? And then, how the heck do I fit into this thing? So many unanswered questions.
It's such an old painting. Why do you even care?
It has so much meaning. It's even the background on my phone. In order for Catholics to regain control over the Protestants after the Protestant Reformation, Roman Catholics launched the Counter-Reformation. High-ranking officials in the Catholic Church held the Council of Trent from 1545 to 1563. That's 18 years of arguing about how to refute Protestant beliefs and reinforce Roman Catholic ideals. During this time, Catholic leaders debated everything from basic Catholic doctrine to how to improve leadership within the Church. Basically, the Council of Trent set out to stress the difference between Catholics and the new Protestant churches, as well as put the Catholics back on top. Art was also discussed in great detail. The Catholic Church wanted to emphasize Catholic ideals in their new art. Paintings were intended to support and accurately depict Catholic dogma and important religious figures. Because of this, there was a huge increase in paintings of the Virgin Mary and the saints. Protestant churches pushed Mary and saintly figures to the side, while the Catholic Church wanted to venerate these religious figures. As the veneration of Mary and the saints is a huge difference between the Catholic and Protestants, the Council of Trent requested more paintings of these figures to further emphasize the difference between the two churches. But a huge debate broke out within the Catholic Church about the conception of Mary, which affected the art being produced. One side believed the doctrine of sanctification, which argued that at conception, Mary had original sin, but God purified her while she was still in the womb of St. Anne. On the other hand, the Immaculatists believed that Mary was free from original sin from the moment of her conception. I know, big deal, right? The debate got so heated that the Spanish monarchy got involved and pleaded with the papacy to make the Immaculate Conception an official part of Catholic doctrine. Meanwhile, Spanish citizens in Seville are rioting in the streets about the controversy. Because of the political and religious attention the Virgin Mary was receiving, artists were painting portraits of Mary all over the place. Regardless of whether the painting depicts the Immaculate Conception or the Annunciation, any painting, especially one created by the most influential artists of the time, like Francisco Zurbaran, is invaluable. And that is why you should care.
But you forgot to mention the most important part. You always do this. You ruin everything.
But if it ain't Baroque, don't fix it.
But it is Baroque art. The art created during this movement was essential to the Catholic Counter-Reformation. The Council of Trent pronounced that new biblical art was super important in supporting the Counter-Reformation's mission, influencing a style that was forceful and emotional while full of greater realism. The Jesuits were also very influential in the Baroque style, inspiring new interest in realism and antique form to the point that Baroque has sometimes been referred to as the Jesuit style. There were three main types of Baroque art: religious grandeur, easel art, and greater realism, the latter of which Zurbaran belonged to. Like many Baroque painters of the time, many of Zurbaran's paintings were commissioned by the royal courts of Spain, France, and elsewhere. The Catholic Church viewed the visual arts as an essential guide to faith, and considering they were lacking written and spoken word, this made them accessible to both the learned and the unlearned. Their paintings highlighted key aspects of Catholic dogma, used both in direct biblical works and mythological or allegorical compositions. Within the grasp of realism, the paintings emphasized a sense of movement, utilizing swirls and diagonals and deep colors to captivate viewers. Unfortunately, the end of the 17th century brought with it the end of the Baroque period of art.
It sounds like you guys have a lot of pent-up anger, so why don't we chill out and go for a walk? They are not paying me enough for this.
I've been going to school here for 2 years, and I've never actually been inside this place.
The Annunciation itself was painted by Francisco de Zurbaran between the years of 1638 and 1640. It's an oil on canvas and was originally located as the main altarpiece at the monastery of Nuestra Señora de la Defensión. It can be hinted that the painting has a Florentine style, which has refined modeling and subtle coloring in rare tones. The overall goal of the painting is to unite both heaven and earth through the interaction of the angels and Mary. Now, this painting isn't to be confused with the other Annunciation painting, painted by the very same artist. Other notable paintings by Zurbaran include The Lamb of God, The Young Virgin, and literally over 40 paintings of St. Francis.
That was a really enriching experience.
Yeah.
I really like that guy Gendron's work. It's really good. I've never felt uncomfortable in such a positive way.
Exactly, yeah.
Who knew?
Who knew? Hey guys, that thief coincidentally carrying out that painting, that's the one, right?
Yes!
But wait, I thought that other one had baby angels.
No! Everyone keeps forgetting he did too! The original Annunciation was made in 1638 for the monastery Nuestra Señora de la Defensa. In the early 1630s, the Carthusian monks of the time wanted to update the monastery, so they commissioned Francisco Zurbaran to whip up some masterpieces to redecorate the place. The other Annunciation was a remake that he did 20 years later as a private commission.
Remakes are never as good as the originals, just like the fourth Indiana Jones movie. Speaking of which...
That painting belongs to me.
This painting belongs in a museum.
So do you!
No, seriously, this painting is very valuable. It belongs in a museum.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is totally inconvenience for you. I'm so sorry.
And I said, that's not my mother, that's Constantine. I gotta head out, guys. It was nice meeting you though, and thanks for not pressing charges for stealing the whole valuable painting.
Guys, my work here is done. I need to head off into the sunset as well. Nice meeting you.
Thanks, Indiana James. You know, I'm glad to have that Zurbaran painting back, even if it is the ugly one. My studies just weren't the same without it.
I'm just glad everything's back to normal.